infested nuthatch up there.
I probably don't have to whisper. So, anyways, bird. But that's not why we're here. I just like to shoot birds in the face as much as possible. So what's up, guys? Welcome to another 5-Minute Friday. Today's episode, I'm going to be talking about something I discovered with the S9 Plus and the Moment lens combination. Wait a minute. That's not the S9 Plus. There. That's the S9 Plus. That's a Stellar's J. Very ornery Stellar's J.
I'm going to use the drift method. Freaking incredible. Round F16 for that to get that sunburst.
That's the S9 Plus. So what I discovered was, in my previous video, I mentioned when I did the first test of the Moment, I mentioned that you could use the Moment lens and the built-in tele lens to get that kind of 4 times reach. I've discovered, however, that is not the case. So there is no way, even though the Moment has a slot for it, if you put it on the lower lens, which is the tele lens on here, there's no way to access that. Their app can't force it to open like they say it can on the iPhone. So their Android app can't do that. At least I haven't seen it. If you know how to do it or I missed something, let me know in the comments below. And the built-in Samsung app can't force it to use the teleconverter either. So what ends up happening is when you put it on the wide angle lens and then you hit the X2, normally that switches to the telephoto lens. Sometimes, I also discovered it doesn't always do that, even if you're just shooting like this and you hit the X2 to zoom in and switch to the telephoto, it will only switch to the telephoto if there's enough light. And I don't know what it determines is enough light. So that is the biggest downfall, in my opinion, of the S9 Plus camera. And it also is the biggest downfall of the Note 8 and the Note 9 cameras, because they work the same way with their telephotos. Is that Samsung gave us this wonderful Pro mode, which I love, but they crippled it by not allowing us to use the telephoto lens. So that's a huge disappointment to anyone who wants the Pro mode and to have the benefits of the 2x telephoto lens built in. And it's even kind of a bummer with auto mode, because you just don't know what it's going to use, and you have to kind of test to see if it's going to crop in, or if it's in low light, it's not going to do it at all. So there's no way to force that. So that's where the Moment comes in. And the beauty of this thing is, now when I put it on here, so now when I come back in here and I go to my Pro mode, now that I've got the Moment lens on, now I'm getting the 2 times that I don't have, that I should have, but that makes up for it. So the Moment lens is really kind of solving that problem. You're not going to get that 4 times, because if you zoom in, it's going to look a little bit wonky there. So you can see that doesn't look as good, and that's because it's a crop of the sensor, and I'm also not exposed properly at all here, so let's there, do something like that. So now we're looking at a digital crop basically on the wide angle sensor. But if I zoom it back out, this is with the Moment lens on, and that's looking good, and then you can pop that off and you can see the difference. So that's the difference, and this guy makes up for that, so that's fantastic. So one of the things that I want to test, though, is I've seen a lot of people griping about this online, and it is a big deal, and I think it's a big deal, and I think Samsung should address it. However, you know they're not going to, because they're Samsung. But regardless of all that, it is what it is. So what I want to know is that going to make a perceivable difference? So I am going to be doing a comparison here. This is the Pixel 3. I'm going to be doing a comparison between these two with the Moment lens and kind of a portrait shootout and everything. And one of the things I want to know is this going to make a perceivable difference if I'm using the 4 times and cropping in with this to get the 4 times with these portraits, like these portraits that I shot these for the last video. I think they look pretty nice for what they are. They were shot using the Moment 58mm and the 2x on the wide angle, so cropped in, so effectively shot with a 4 times zoom, albeit at a cropped ratio. So I want to know, do these hold up, and are they acceptable for use, or is there enough of a reason to get upset or to stay upset about losing the telephoto ability and combining it with this to get that 4 times? I'm also going to look at zooming in with this, because this has their new fancy zoom, and see how well that works with this and what you can get out of it that's what I would consider usable. All right, so that's kind of it. I just want to kind of keep that a short 5-minute Friday and just let you guys know about that issue with the Galaxy S9 Plus and the Note 8 and the Note 9. That's kind of where we stand with this, and that's a big flaw that I hope gets addressed it's a firmware thing, so it could be addressed with a firmware, but I hope it gets addressed at least with the S10 or the Note 10 moving forward or whatever. But I just want to let you guys know about that so that you aren't getting any misconceptions with what you're getting from this or from this combination if you choose to. If you have something like this, it's not just this lens, it's any lens, you know, any lens you put on here. Anyways, if you guys have any questions about any of that or the specifics of what's going on with this or how it's working or anything, leave those in the comments below and I'll definitely answer them. And if you haven't already, definitely make sure you subscribe. I've got new videos every Tuesday and Friday. Hit that like button if this video helped you out. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next episode. Man, it's cold out here and I'm not done shooting for the next video yet, so I think it's tea time. Let's make some tea. Tea solves everybody's problems, especially when it's cold.